How you guys? So this is Cashton here with the second installment of my coffee talk. My coffee, this cute little mug that my old job got for me. Hi guys, if you're watching, I love you guys. Thanks for my mug. But I just wanted to drop in today to talk about something that I've been thinking about really heavily on for the past few days and really since we entered into the new year. A topic that I always think about and kind of obsess over, and I preach and harp on to all of my friends and family. But it's really been pressing on me lately, and that is, how strong is your filter internally, right? And your filter in your mind. And what I mean by that is, there's nothing new under the sun. So it's always interesting when people are like, times are crazy, or we're in a time where, and I'm just like, I don't know, there's always been crazy stuff going on. Like in any time in history, you could find like kind of chaos and craziness that's went on, or different things that have happened. It just kind of shows up in different ways and different forms as the years go on. But with everything that has been going on recently that we've been dealing with, and different things that the president is doing that's causing really, really big reactions, like on the internet and just from people across the world in general. The fires in Australia, literally everything that is fed to us on the news and in the media, like it's very rarely positive, right? So when there are really amazing, great things that happen in the world, they don't really broadcast that across the media. We have to dig and search and find those things, or it's just things that we know about and it trends on Twitter for a while or whatever, and then we move on. But it's always the really dark, the very dark things of life that is always being broadcast and kind of fed to us constantly. And so it's your responsibility as an individual to make sure that your filter is strong. You guys, like, be mindful of what you're taking in on a day-to-day basis, by way of your music, by way of the things that you're watching on TV, any sort of media that you consume, anything that's being put in front of you constantly. Realize that you do have control over that, and you can choose what you want to take in and what you don't, and what you want to filter and what you don't, right? Like, take breaks from the news, take breaks from social media, take breaks from anything that leaves you feeling depleted, or a rise in emotions, or sends you to those extremes. Like, you're sitting there and you're chilling, you're having a really great day, and then you log onto your phone, and all of a sudden you're feeling all of these crazy range of emotions that could have been avoided. And most often the things that are shoved in our faces across the media, I'm not saying that it's not cool or okay to be informed, but most often it's things that you can't really change or do anything about with the snap of a finger. Like, you can't really, there's not much that you can do about it. So sitting and wallowing in that energy, or allowing all of that to be brought in and then just sitting and festering inside of you, creates this whole, it just brings you down, right? It makes you vibrate at a lower level. It brings your energy down, and it's inviting all of this dark energy into your life that otherwise could be avoided if your filter was strengthened. You don't want any and everything camping out in your mind, and camping out in your spirit, and camping out in your energy. I just felt that it was important to kind of come in and talk about that a little bit. Like, make sure that you're exercising a filter these days. Like, everything is not meant to be consumed. Just because something is going on, you might choose to take that day to just clock out and not deal with it. You know what I mean? You don't have to read that article. You don't have to watch that video, because what does that mean for you? What space is that going to leave you in? Some people are more sensitive than others. There are some people who can sit and do that all day long and it doesn't really affect them one way or another. Then there are some people who take in certain things, and once you consume that, it affects you from that point on. It affects the rest of your week. It affects the rest of your day. Now you're having all of these thoughts and all of these feelings that you have to sift through, you know what I mean, that, like I said, could have been avoided. And so even with like the music that we listen to, you know, all of these things that we consume have power in them. Music can change your mood like that. You know, you might be feeling down and you put on one of your favorite songs or something really upbeat and it lifts you up. The same can happen in the opposite way. You know what I mean? Where you're listening to all of these things and you feel like this is my jam or whatever, but the messages that are inside of it, or the things that they're saying, or the energy that's brought forth through this music or through the TV that you're watching or through whatever the media might be, brings you down. And you're not looking at it that way, but then you're going on feeling all of that energy and wondering, why do I feel this way? Or wondering, why am I not happy? Or why can't I bring myself up? Or why am I not vibrating higher? And it's because maybe you're not filtering or being mindful of the things that you're putting into your system. You know, if someone smokes cigarettes for many, many years, and then we go in and look at their liver like they used to do in school all the time, like those creepy videos, you know, if we go in and look at their liver, it's going to show that they've been smoking cigarettes for all of those years. It's going to be affected. The same with the things that we consume, you know, just like food. You know, it's the same, but we have to take on the same way we want to diet or be healthy or exercise for our bodies. We have to do those same practices and exercises with our mind, and be careful of the things that you're putting in, and be careful of the things that you're allowing to accumulate and pile up in your mind and in your spirit, because those things will affect you. I guess all I'm saying is, in the times we live in right now, but with everything that's going on, it may seem like every time you look up or every time you log in or every time you know, turn the TV on or whatever, there's some new like catastrophic event, you know what I mean, or something devastating, something dark. You know, choose a different route, choose a different diet plan for your mind and for your spirit and for your energy, and make sure that you're being very mindful of the things that you're putting in it, for your own sanity, for your own peace, for your own healing, for your own progression in life. You know, keep a clean system, whatever that means for you, right? It's not the same blueprint for everyone. I don't want to tell anyone what to do. There are different things that I can handle that some other people can't, and there are things that I can't handle that some people can. Just be mindful of what that is for you, but make sure that, you know, you're keeping your system clean and running smoothly and not polluting it with a bunch of things that are going to drag you down or hold you back subconsciously, or that will leave you feeling all of these feelings of heaviness that you don't know what to do with, right? Like, you cannot solve the world's problems like that. So there's no need to take on all of that burden and all of this energy every day and then just carry it around with all of these feelings of the world sucks or what's going on or everything's bad, nothing's going right. It's focus on yourself, focus on your light, focus on projecting light into the world, and focus on making sure that you're feeding yourself and your spirit with things that nourish you, as opposed to leave you depleted, as opposed to drag you down, as opposed to leave you feeling heavy. Feed yourself with things that leave you feeling light and grounded and feeling good and feeling positive and feeling hope. Don't feed your system with things that rob you of hope, right? Be careful. Yeah, now I'm rambling. So yeah, I guess that's all I had to say. Just be careful of the things that you're taking into your system. It's really, 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 really important. And I will talk to you guys next time.